practicing together. So you're very welcome. Usually we just give a couple of minutes to let the people who struggled to get access to arrive. So while people are doing that, arriving, I wonder, can I just remind you to perhaps turn your phones to silent? If you need a sip of water, or if you need some cushions or blankets or anything to support your posture while you're meditating, to just take a minute to get what you need so that you can look after yourselves while we're doing this practice. And if you've been sitting for a little while waiting and you think, I'd much rather lie down, then do that. Lie down. And if you'd much rather sit up rather than lie down, at any point during the next half an hour, if you want to change your posture, take care of yourself. If you're uncomfortable, if you've a bit of pain somewhere, if you need to move, do that. That's fine. You can still be present and follow the guidance, even if you're moving mindfully. And if you're, like me, suffering from the after effects of a chest infection or a cold, get yourself a lozenge or something to sip throughout to soothe your throat. Anything else? I'd really encourage you, if you're wearing a pair of glasses, maybe put them to the side somewhere where you won't sit on them. And if there's anything else that's tight or constricting, so if you're wearing a tight belt or if you're wearing a piece of jewelry that's kind of at the very front of your mind, almost poised to distract you, feel free to take it off. I'm doing that with some of my jewelry. And you can choose if you'd rather have your eyes open or closed for this. And as well, to have your camera on or off. It's absolutely fine, whatever you prefer. Hopefully, if everybody's eyes are closed, you can rest assured no one is looking. So you can just relax. We've had a theme going in Breathworks and in the community for a little while about impermanence. So I might try and kind of include that idea, that concept in this practice. I suppose very simply put, that is that everything changes. Nothing lasts forever. Somebody said the internet is a bit flaky. Yeah, sometimes the internet signal will drop. So we can also work with accepting how things are. If the signal comes and goes, if the volume is a bit low or scratchy, see if you can just stay with the practice and with the guidance and just be really patient with yourself if you find it's challenging for whatever reason. All right. So I'm going to begin by reading a poem. Somebody asked yesterday, poems called How to Love the World, Poems of Gratitude and Hope. You can see I've got it full of little markers and post-it notes for poems that I find inspiring. So as we begin this, as a couple more people arrive, to read this poem called Over the Weather. We forget about the spaciousness above the clouds, but it's up there. The sun's up there too. When words we hear don't fit the day, when we worry what we did or didn't do, what if we close our eyes, say any word we love that makes us feel calm, slip into the atmosphere and rise, creamy miles of quiet, giant swoop of blue. Creamy miles of quiet, giant swoop.
We seem to have lost Karen's audio for a moment, so just going to see if they need any support. So just bear with me for a second as we get Karen back into the room and we can continue
As if you've
proceedings.
rested, prove.
Okay, so I think we've just lost Karen for the moment, everyone, and I'm just waiting to let them back into the room. Hi, Karen, are you back again? It might be an idea if you
I
turn
am.
your video off. I think your internet's slightly flaky
Good idea.
this evening.
All right, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Thank
We
you.
start again.
Lovely. Thank you.
All right. So I'd invite everybody to just close your eyes if you're happy to. And if you'd rather keep your eyes open, let your gaze rest unfocused somewhere on the wall in front of you. If you're very sleepy, you can let your gaze rest on the ceiling above you. Notice your body is breathing. It's been breathing all this time. And just allow yourself to take a slower, deeper breath in, maybe letting yourself count to 4 or 5, whatever you're able to do. And then breathing out to the count of 4 or 5. And with each breath out, let go a little bit more of any effort that you're making in your body, of any effort you're making to be alert or listen closely. Just go with the flow. If your mind is very busy, I'd invite you to just give a couple of big sighs. Just and do that whenever you need to in this practice. If your mind gets busy again with some persistent thought or memory or anticipation, just and notice what that feels like as you breathe in and fill your lungs, and as you breathe out again. Notice where you can feel the sensations of the breath in the back of your torso, under your shoulder blades, in your armpits, or under your collarbones, across the torso through the diaphragm as it flattens and then pulls down. Maybe you can feel your spine being pushed back against the back of the chair. Or maybe you can feel your belly pushing against the waistband of whatever you're wearing. And if, as you're coming into land, I often see my mind as a plane coming into land at an airport. It can take a while, might have to circle the airstrip for a while. But just allow it to arrive in its own time. And if there's a distraction outside somewhere, movement somewhere in the building, or noises outside on the road, just give yourself a little while to notice your soundscape. What sounds can you hear nearby or in the distance around you. There might be external sounds, or there might be internal sounds. Might be having a big yawn or a sneeze or a cough. Your belly might be rumbling. A clock might be ticking somewhere nearby. You might hear the sound of your own swallowing. And maybe take a moment to notice how these sounds are constantly changing. There's the beginning of the in-breath, the middle and the end of the in-breath, a slight pause and the beginning of the exhalation, the middle of the exhalation and the tail end of the exhaled breath, and maybe a pause. And then that breath is over, it's gone, it's faded into the past, and a new breath is being breathed. A new pulse is being beat by the heart. Maybe as we're coming into land for this practice, we're feeling a little bit more settled. Some of the habitual tension that we carry in the body has been released from the jaw or the tongue, the shoulders or the hands, the belly or the legs. And if you notice you're drifting off into sleepiness, that's okay. If you like, you can adjust your posture and lengthen your spine. Let your head be poised, balanced on your neck. Maybe let a little smile lift the corners of your mouth. And then let go of listening to sounds. Let go of noticing the breath and just let those sounds and breaths come and go. And maybe take a moment to notice, is there any discomfort or pain anywhere? It might be somewhere that you often have pain. You might be feeling really fatigued right into your bones. The cold might be aggravating some old injury. Whatever it is for you, just turn your attention gently towards that, like the beam of a torch. And if you can't find it, that's interesting, isn't it? Notice that. Maybe it's changed or moved. Maybe it's having a rest. Maybe it's already soothed by just taking this space to breathe. But if there's still something there present for you, if it's possible and comfortable, maybe rest your hand there. And if it's not possible to rest your hand wherever the discomfort is, you can just rest your hand on your chest, on your heart. It's a comforting, consoling touch. Kind of turning towards ourselves with kindness and sympathy for this body suffering, for this person, this being suffering at the moment. Imagine that the breath is gently massaging that part of your experience, like being rocked by the waves of the ocean when you're floating on it, just gently being carried by your breath, supported by gravity. And if there are any thoughts or feelings of irritation or anger or despair, turning towards those feelings with kindness. Imagine your breath being carried there. If you think of how the heart works, we breathe in air and the lungs extract oxygen, and oxygen is put into the blood and pumped around by the heart, bringing warmth and nutrients and oxygen, flushing all these cells with those nutrients, washing away any waste material, and even bringing some of the body's own painkillers, bringing warmth, letting muscles relax, bringing a sense of calm. For some people, reminding themselves of what it's like to sit in the sunlight or to sit in their favorite corner by a fire, feeling comfortable, allowing the body to relax into that gentleness. Perhaps you need to move. Perhaps you need a cushion somewhere or a pillow under your arms. Perhaps you need to stretch or take a drink. Anything that you need. Be excessively gentle with yourself. And notice this breath, this new breath being breathed now in or out. Notice where you feel it entering your body, where it moves the body, and how it leaves the body. And you might notice that your mind is busy. You might be distracted and carried off on a train of thought somewhere. Yeah, that's just the mind doing what the mind does. Whenever you notice that, that's a moment of mindfulness. You can almost pat yourself on the back. I've just noticed what's happening in this moment with my mind, and I can choose in this moment to follow the mind or let the mind go off, or let the mind just be here now with this breath, with these sounds. And just take a moment to notice, is there anything pleasant in your experience in this moment? Is the temperature just right? Is the chair comfortable, or whatever is supporting you? Perhaps just being here doing nothing is pleasant. Take a moment to just scan your experience. Maybe that scarf you're wearing around your neck feels lovely and snuggly. Maybe the sense of the feet touching the floor, feeling the connection with the carpet or the tiles or the wood beams. Maybe that's pleasant, pleasantly cooling and grounding. Maybe the fact that this hard-working body and its weight-bearing joints are not having to walk or stand or move or carry a heavy load of shopping or do anything arduous, just be here. Maybe the texture of your clothes against your skin is pleasant, not too tight, not too loose, just right. And if you need to move, if your neck is a little bit stiff, if there's any tension or effort somewhere, feel free to make a little adjustment for yourself to be more comfortable. Have a little drink or pull the blanket a little bit higher to cover you and keep you warm. And take a moment to notice this breath that you're breathing now, in this new moment. The soundscape that's around you now. Maybe the sound that distracted you earlier, that caused you to have a reaction and be really irritated and stop meditating. Maybe that sound is gone, but your mind is still caught with it. Just noticing that, being curious. What's my mind doing now? Has my attention moved away from something unpleasant or difficult? Has it moved to something pleasant, soothing, or comfortable? And I just want you to just check. Is it possible to hold all these things in your experience, in your awareness? The breath moving, the awareness of the weight of the body on the chair, the sounds coming and going, any discomfort or fatigue, as well as something pleasant. Do we have a broad enough awareness to notice all of that? And as each of us breathes in and out, knowing that on this Zoom call, all the other 40 or 50 people who are with you are also breathing in and out in this moment, connected in this practice, sharing this space like little spots on a web around the globe. Being part of this community. Being part of this, being human. And knowing that many of the people who are here with us are in pain or living with difficulty, could we, in this practice, take a moment to wish them well? Whoever you are, wherever you are, may you be well. May things go well for you. May you have less pain. May you get better. May you recover. May you have peace of mind, peace in your heart, peace in your community, peaceful communication, a peaceful world, maybe. May you be safe wherever you are, whatever you're doing, wherever you go, being gentle with yourself, taking your time, being kind to yourselves. And we wish that for each other. And can we wish that for ourselves, placing our hands on our heart, using whatever phrases work for you. May I be well. May things go well for me. May I recover. May I be safe. May I be gentle with myself. May I give myself permission to take it easy more often. May I be peaceful, responsive rather than reactive. May I communicate peacefully with my family, my colleagues, my neighbors, people in my church, online. May I be peace. And may I be happy. In this moment, I could choose to be grumpy or irritated or calm or grateful. If happy is too high a bar, could I be content? Could I find one pleasant thing in this moment? And could we perhaps be like a stone that's thrown into a pond, sending out ripples of wellness, of peace, of kindness, of happiness, wishing it for everyone we know and everyone we don't know. With each breath out, could that flow out from us around the globe, out into the universe? Breathe that into your chest, into your heart. And breathe out kindness. We're going to begin to bring this practice to a close. And before we finish, I'm going to read you a poem called What Matters. So if you keep your eyes closed, just listen to this. What other people think of you, what they say, are burdens no one should carry. Lift a spoon, a cup, things that fit in your hand. Carry on a conversation. Pick up a baby. Listen to the wind when it whispers. Nothing else. There is no one watching you. No one straining to hear what you say. The present has arrived, and you are in it. Your heart is pumping. Your breath moves in and out of your lungs without anyone's help or permission. Let go of everything else. Let your life, handed to you through no effort of your own, be all the proof you need. You are loved. You are loved. And if you like, you can remain where you are and keep practicing, or you can gently begin to move, wriggling the fingers and the toes, maybe gently moving the hands at the wrists and the feet at the ankles, rolling the shoulders a little bit, gently, 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 mindfully, having a stretch. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining Space to Breathe this evening. Thank you for being part of this community and supporting each other and supporting Breathworks. It's really appreciated. Thank you for all the thank you messages. It's great to see you all. Stay safe, stay warm. And come again. Every Tuesday, there's Space to Breathe at this time. There are regular community practice events. There is the monthly or however often meditation clinics. And Vidyamala is going to be speaking with Miranda Hart on the 6th. So she's got a really good series of conversations with people about mindfulness happening. I'd really encourage you to tune into those. They're very interesting, enlightening, inspiring. If any of you want to unmute and say farewell or greet each other or say farewell to each other, feel free. And Mark, thanks very much for your tech support. Much appreciated as always.
You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karen.
Bye.
That's very good.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Thanks
Bye.
everyone for coming.
Bye.
Bye, Dorian.
Thank you.
Oh, so good to see everyone. Love you all.
Bye. And me, you.
Bye, Doreen. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks,
Bye.
Mark. Thanks,
See you all
Karen.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.
There she is. There's Karen.
We've got her back.
Love the new haircut.